What's up, guys? Melissa and Jesse here from Adventure Endeavor. Today is National Public Lands Day. It is September 26th, 2020. National Public Lands Day. So today is going to be all about land stewardship and appreciation. So we are going to spend today
picking up trash. Which we already do on an extremely consistent basis. But we wanted to make it a point today, and hopefully maybe it will kind of catch on.
Yes.
I don't know.
Today specifically, because that's what today is all about, is enjoyment in and appreciation for public lands. And we are in Southern California still, but most of the national forests and even Sequoia National Park currently is closed because of all of the wildfires. So we are currently on BLM land, and we're just going to be doing some off-roading today as well, and picking up whatever trash we can see. So we're actually going to get started in this spot where we camped last night and pick up some broken glass in the spot.
A lot of broken glass, it's kind of like a shooting area here. So unfortunately people tend to leave trash.
Yeah.
Before we get started, make sure you guys subscribe and hit the like button, because what's not to like about picking up trash in the wilderness and making places clean? So
let's get to it.
So it might be hard to tell, but this area that we camped in is kind of like an old cabin or homestead, or I think they did mining up on the hill over here. But if you look right here, there's a fire pit, fireplace that is remaining. And so we're not picking up all of this scrap tin because, would you say it's kind of like artifacts in a sense? Like,
I think so. Like,
it kind of just belongs to the area. Yeah, so we're just kind of picking up what looks newer. We don't want to disturb the area too much, but just kind of doing what we can. Like, there's some shotgun shells. You can kind of tell old glass to new glass, but we're picking up the big pieces and doing what we can without taking away from it. I don't know, does that make sense? Does that make sense? So that's what we're doing. So we're not picking up everything in this area because it would fill the bed of the truck. And then we're gonna just cruise kind of around in this area, and even on our morning walk this morning, we already grabbed a bunch of cans. So we're gonna do what we can to clean up the area, like always. So, National Public Lands Day. Melissa and I wanted to kind of take a moment each individually and talk about what public lands mean to us. And for me, what keeps coming back to my head, and the biggest thing, is it's got to just be freedom. So, obviously we live out of our trailer full time, and we spend a lot of time in these public lands, and it's just very freeing. And, you know, it's free to camp in most of the places. When you're out here, it just feels like freedom. Does that make sense? So as far as freedom goes, us being members of the United States, we all technically, this is all of our land. It's for all of us to use. And that brings a lot of freedom because there's so many places that you can camp for free, and it's just less restrictive in a sense, as far as, you know, you don't have a set site. You don't have to be in and out certain dates. I mean, we stay 14 days all the time. With that freedom comes a lot of responsibility. So obviously when you're out here on public lands, using the land, you need to clean up after yourself. That is like the #1 thing. You need to stay on designated trails. You need to have fires only when they're allowed. So you need to check the rules for whatever time, area, place you are in. All these things are extremely important, and people don't realize when these small rules that are actually quite simple are not followed, that they slowly just restrict and restrict and restrict. And everybody thinks, oh, well, it won't affect me. Well, it's happening, guys. Stuff is starting to be effective, especially here in California, a lot of other places, because people just don't know the rules or they choose not to follow them. And like you guys have seen in many of our previous older videos, we've filled the bed of the truck with trash. A lot of that trash is from local residents who don't want to pay a dump fee, which is unfortunate. They'd rather drive out into the woods or into the desert and just dump trash. But it's something that happens, and we shouldn't need to clean up after them, but we do, because the lands are so important to us and we want that freedom. So just something to keep in mind on National Public Lands Day. We hit the jackpot, found this guy on the side of the road, but then came up to many other ones. This one is old. I think it's an apple juice. You don't remember these as a kid?
Yeah.
They're like the circular, but look how old this top is.
That's super old.
It's steel.
Oh wow.
Thing's a relic.
Don't try this at home, kids. Alright, got a big 20-ounce Red Bull can. Onward! Let's go!
Obviously, as we get closer to the highway, there's a bit more trash. We're gonna do what we can. We got trash here, Melissa has recyclables, and we're just doing what we can to kind of help out on National Public Lands.
Thought I would take this opportunity to let you know what public lands means to me and what the significance of National Public Lands Day is. And basically the purpose of it is to encourage everybody to recreate responsibly and tread lightly and leave no trace, and leaving a place better than you found it. And for us, we have a really deep appreciation for public lands, whether it's national parks, national forests, or a Bureau of Land Management owned land, because we call these places home, whether for a short period of time or a long period of time. You know, we boondock in national forests and on BLM often, so it becomes like our own little backyard, and we want to take care of it. So it's just important to us to keep spreading this message. I know we might sound like a broken record, but it's really important to us, and it's really important to preserve these lands for future generations to enjoy. So, remember, only you can prevent forest fires, guys. But we want you to get out there and enjoy the land. And normally on National Public Lands Day, they will have various volunteer projects throughout national parks, but since that's not happening today due to the virus this year, we just decided to take it upon ourselves and get out and get our hands dirty and pick up some trash. So helping basically to volunteer on our own without an organized effort. We figured that's the least we can do for the amount that we use this land. So anyway, we just wanted to put this little video together to, reiterate the message to take care of the land that we all own collectively. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel as well. It really helps us out. Make sure that you get out there, and if you went somewhere today to celebrate public land, please drop a comment down below and let us know. Thanks for joining our adventure endeavor.